Welcome everyone to yet another Summer Games Fest.
Alright, let's see if Geoof Keighly has pulled his best clown shoes on.
Oh,
No kidding, people actually criticize the fact that he had those blue shoes at the Game Awards.
Here we are at the LA Theater, also used for the Game Awards.
Might as well.
It's like
There he is.
It's like E3 never left. It just fused all of its shows into one big amalgamation creature.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Summer Game Fest 2024. You ready to see some video games?
I swear, there's a anti-vape commercial in this one too.
God, can you imagine?
From the YouTube theater here in LA. Now, if you're watching this show, first of all, welcome.
All right, the
I know
YouTube
everyone around the
theater,
world
never
is joining us
mind.
for this special moment. And I know if you watch this show, you don't just play games, you deeply care about this art form and the health of this industry. The good news
Oh my
is that we
god,
have
again with this shit, Geoff. Stop it. You're not convincing.
You don't just play games, you feel games, you consume games.
Please clap.
But let's also face it, this has
What?
been a tumultuous and difficult year with company layoffs and studio closures, which have
Oh, so
I just
now
got
you
back and
mentioned-
he's already being silly.
There's also
Oh,
something
so
else.
now you mentioned that and not winning Game
Is
Awards. Like,
evolving
sure,
and
better
changing.
late than never,
Thanks
but
to
still,
digital
Jeff.
distribution,
I mean,
smaller
as
teams
much
and
as I
new
hate to say
creators
it, it
are
sadly
finding
wasn't as
incredible
prominent back
success.
then as it is
It
now.
was already enough to
I
worth a
disagree.
mention.
The top
Yeah.
10 best-selling
I
new
guess it
games
wasn't
on
prominent
Steam
enough for
so
him,
far
which,
this
yeah,
year
that's probably not a
SCWRM
good look then.
are considered, big.
Yeah,
I feel like he's
Power,
only
they'll
mentioning it
divers.
now because of the pressure that he was under. I don't feel that this is genuine, actually.
I look at this
I can
list,
believe...
I would like to remind you, Joe, that this is the same guy that mentioned about, the badness of companies and everything, and immediately after he had a trailer from Quantic Dream.
Yeah.
That he reminds us that for a good reason.
I'm of two minds with Geoof Keighly. I believe he does legit respect the industry in a sense, but I feel like he has been a bit tainted by the success as well and gotten a bit cocky in the head too.
I'm curious here, have you tried yet Hades 2?
Franchises on stage like Star Wars.
Have I tried what yet, sorry?
Hades 2.
But also small
No.
titles, including a few games made by
I'm gonna wait until he's out of early access, but
and
from what I've
first-time
seen, he's still
creators we invited
just
to be part
solid
of the
enough.
show because we
Cool.
think this platform is important as a way to show you new things that you might not even know about. So when you see a game that piques your interest, please wishlist it, or even better, send it to a friend and get them excited.
Yeah, that's actually a better
That's
message,
how
I'll
we
admit.
together can grow
Like,
the gaming
okay,
community.
I
And we are
don't
gonna
think
do that
Jeff is
today
legit
over the
a
next 2 hours. We
bad
have a
or
lot of games
even
to show you.
completely
No,
phony
he's not
dude.
technically a grifter, he's just very, very stupid sometimes.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I feel like he is very clumsy with how he handles stuff, and that can definitely give people off the wrong
Alright,
impression.
let's go with our first trailer, let's see
He's
what the
just
fuck.
Oh,
a
PlayStation.
mainstream presenter, that's all he
Oh,
is.
Lego.
Yeah, like he's basically become a little bit of a corporate suck-up to like please everybody kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
You know the deal when you try to please everyone.
The fuck?
Oh, hilarity! This guy, straight.
Oh, from Korea.
Gorilla?
Oh no, true. I knew about this. They did mention that they had in program a Lego version
Right.
of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Right,
Of the
yeah.
Horizon franchise.
Yeah,
Which is still very weird, but sure, why not? Considering how the enemy robots are structured, the Lego format I think fits better with them.
Yeah, basically, Horizon Zero Dawn is getting a whole ton of projects, and yeah, Lego game.
It would
was
be
listed
cooler
as one
if
of them.
it utilized like Bionicle style for the creatures.
Marco, nobody remembers Bionicle anymore.
That's a
sadly.
lie. That's a lie. I do.
I mean, the Lego games are pretty funny, so this is fine.
So is this, no, this is handled internally by Guerrilla, not by Traveler's Tales. They're still chained in the Warner Bros. Basement. So
My favourite part of the Lego Star Wars Skywalker saga was the cutscenes, and that how the the bad guys are doing a really terrible job hiding how evil they are.
So basically a retelling of the events of the first game, but in Lego format.
Apparently, with some extra new stuff like base building.
Okay,
apparently.
you know,
And actual voice acting even.
It's Lego, so why not?
like yeah, I mean Lego games were adding voice acting lately. I think actually that started.
Lego
I think
Rise
ever
of
since with
Adventure.
the
Oh,
second.
multiplat, also for Nintendo Switch
Whoa!
and Steam. I mean, the PC release I get it, but Switch is kind of a big deal.
I know, right? Like holy cow, Sony.
Like, sure, Dibs, I know what you're gonna say. The baseball game, MLB The Show, has already done that. But this is a bit different. It's not a licensed title, and it's not a sport title. It's properly, property of Sony. I guess also it makes sense because Sony has a couple of characters in Fortnite that are also available on other consoles.
But yeah, no, we legit have a PlayStation franchise coming immediately to Switch. That's I mean, we didn't even have to wait for it. That's kind of astonishing.
8 players start separate in the dark.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
Find your friends and survive.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'm all for that.
First look.
I mean, you're hardly going to get
Let's see.
Horizon Zero Dawn to run on the Switch,
Multiplayer.
so...
Torn Banner Studios. They did mention it's a multiplayer focused on, 8 players.
Guessing this is potentially horror-based.
Slender, you never left.
God. Slenderman really did just fall off in popularity.
That's the thing, Drova. It very quickly, because when the Slenderman movie came out, there was no one left to give a shit.
Yeah. Equinox.
Wasn't that a company?
I think so, yeah.
Equinox, they... Okay, I'm pretty sure it's not the same Equinox who did Spyro Went to the Dragonfly.
Maybe it's a common name that has been used by a couple of companies over the years.
Yep, that certainly looks like a zombie game, alright.
To be fair, considering, again, it seems to be more similar to a mixture between DayZ and Left 4 Dead.
Permadeath.
So, yeah, I think it has potential, sure.
So an 8-player co-op, massive old multiplayer online extravaganza.
I think it works also similar to Escape from Tarkov. It's an extraction game. Oh, and of course, if we ever play against Infected, you have to
No More Room in Hell 2?
2.
Oh, this is a sequel to something.
Yeah, on PC.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was the first game.
To introduce our next game, please join me in welcoming someone who I've known for over a decade. She's been a huge fan of some
Nice
of our
crunching
reviews, like Street Fighter
noises.
6 a few years ago, and of course Final Fantasy VII Rebirth last year when she was sitting.
Oh,
in the audience.
boy.
This year, she's joining us on stage. We're thrilled to have her with us. Please welcome Curious Joy.
Curious Joy? I guess she's a streamer.
Thank you, Jeff.
Odds are, if there's anyone I don't know, they're going to be a streamer.
Yeah, probably a streamer.
Even more super fun trailers. So let's get straight to.
It's like the influencers at the, the Kids' Choice Awards kind of memes that go around.
It's also like when at the Game Awards, you have to vote about like the best esport player. I'm like, I don't even know who you are.
Is that the Quidditch game? Yeah.
Oh no.
Are we doing another Quidditch game?
No, it's the one that was in beta, right? Yeah.
Wait, what?
They said it was gonna release this year, I believe. So yeah.
Yeah, it has been in development for a while, Drova.
Yeah, I'm aware.
It's kind of like
Quidditch World
Rocket
Cup.
League, right? Something like that.
I was gonna say it's more equal to like the Quidditch World Cup game, but yeah, I see what you mean about the play. Well, actually, no. This is this is cutscene stuff, not actual gameplay.
More like a demonstration. It's, how some trailer use cutscenes, but they're basically giving you an idea what the gameplay is.
In the air. Doesn't that music feel Quidditch champions? So
yeah, we were talking about Jeff, bold of him to actually have one of the early trailers be an Harry Potter game.
Oh, it's on PlayStation Plus as well on day one.
That's Harry
I
Potter
mean,
Quidditch Champions launching worldwide on September 3rd for consoles and PC. Now we move from the Potterverse to a brand new world. It hails from a single developer, Gavin Eisenbeis, up in Seattle, who has been making games all by himself for a decade. His last title, Choo Choo Charles, was a fan favorite, and he showed me this next game a few months ago, and I really wanted to debut it here. Get ready to backstab, race, or cooperate with up to 20 of your friends in Cuff Bust.
In what?
Cuff Bust, I guess that's the title.
I've always said cockblock or something. It's like what?
So it's escape from prison simulator.
So your marketable plushies escaping
no.
from prison.
Why did you have it included drop the soap kind of thing?
And it's set
I
in the
feel
far
like-
future of 2069.
Yeah, Shirai?
I feel like if this is actual gameplay, I feel it's gonna cause motion sickness very quickly.
I get the idea it's one of those that it's done with possibly VR in mind, a bit similar to Lethal Company. Whoa.
What?
But yes, like you said, the marketable plushies are escaping. Or are those gummy bears?
I mean, they look like koalas.
Yeah, gummy koalas.
A Way Out furry edition.
Yeah.
Oh god, no.
0 level, oh no.
It's everyone's favourite.
How do you feel about VR, guys?
Oh, you
Dude,
even
pass the
get-
blunt.
You even get to the point of escaping on the island!
And they died.
Cuff
An
bust.
island is technically a
Probably
desert level.
2025 maybe, I don't know, to be
But
honest.
Shirai, no man is truly an island.
One person. Congratulations, Gavin. So
Yeah,
glad to have
okay,
that on stage.
wow, okay, that I didn't know.
All right, next one of this year's most anticipated games is Star Wars Outlaws, coming out on August 3rd.
Alright, that's
Yeah.
a thing.
Ubisoft and
I mean,
Lucasfilm
Ubisoft,
Games,
well,
the
to be
first
fair,
open-world
the
Star
trailers
Wars
so
game
far
where
have
you live
not
the
been
life
too
of
much of a
scoundrel.
problem. Sure,
On
it's still
Monday at
Ubisoft,
12
so
p.m.
maybe they have a
Pacific,
way
you'll
to
get
screw it
see
up,
a
but...
full gameplay showcase during
Yeah,
Ubisoft's
again, I was
forward
about to mention, Ubisoft has a showcase a couple of days from now. You
Right
sure you
now,
wanna
we've got
put
an
it also
exclusive
here?
New glimpse at the game, just a small taste of what's to come.
A friend needs a little something stolen. Let's raise the stakes, shall we?
Work in progress does
Lando?
not represent... Oh.
I think this is set, they did mention chronologically where this is set. I think it's still one of the many stories between episode 3 and 4.
Also cute. They inducted the horse racing thing from Last Jedi.
Because I think typically they do get Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, he seems to be willing to come back every now and then. Tune in Ubisoft Forward.
Forward. Sure, why not? Coming August 30.
I think I spotted Lando there. So great. And by the way, I'm just noticing everything we've shown you so far, I think is going to be, coming out, this year. Cuff Bust, I'm not quite sure, but it's so cool that there's stuff that we're going to get to play in the next few months here. All right, well, moving back to smaller teams, a few weeks ago, I had a chance to play through this next game, and I have to say, it is really spectacular. Neva comes from Nomada Studio, the creators of the Game Award-winning game Grease. It chronicles the story of Alba, a woman bound to a curious wolf cub. Here's your first ever look at the gameplay.
Alright, he said gameplay. I expect gameplay.
Well, I normally expect gameplay from indie studios.
Oh, Chris.
It's the same art style. Sure, yeah.
Wolf Pet Simulator. Please tell me that's a Gaelic woman singing in the background. That would just complete the trend. heck was that?
This is that game that I did mention this game in one of the one of the ones that were going to be shown. I think it's Neva. Yeah. Again, it looks pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, this looks nice. Just you and your wolf bed.
Again, I have to commend the Devolver Digital seems to be very interesting in what they choose to support in terms of publishing. Because we had stuff like this, my friend Pedro, and the re-release of Metal Wolf Chaos, for example. Those just a few examples too.
Also, the wolf
There's
grows
Neva.
into a wolf deer. Interesting.
It's a type of, fantasy animal.
Fun to play, and there's much more coming later today in the Devolver Direct, which will air directly after the Day of the Devs.
Oh, right, the Devolver Direct, too. Those are always fun.
It's time for our next game announcement.
Alright.
Another world premiere.
Oh, I think this is Dune.
Study the past if you would define the future.
Oh no, maybe this is Civilization 7. For context, since we didn't mention in commentary, 2K did mention that they had him, a trailer release for one of their biggest franchises, but someone kind of screwed up and accidentally leaked the fact that it was Civilization 7. Which, to be fair, yes, it has been a couple of times passed since the 6, so why not?
What new companies and countries will they add?
Is, I'm assuming Sid Meier's still involved?
To be honest, Lips, I don't even know if the guy is still alive.
I don't think Sid Meier is even alive anymore.
Let me check.
I'll check.
It's like Tom Clancy. They keep putting Tom
Oh,
Clancy.
No, he is still alive.
70 years
He's
old,
70.
actually, this year old, but...
Okay. Well,
And
he's
there's-
retired, I'm guessing, right?
Hold on, let me see.
regardless,
I'm not seeing
pretty
any
cool.
news of his retirement, actually. Okay, well,
There
the
it
last
is, the Sid Meier Civilization 7.
the last game he was credited
Next year.
in was in 2016, Sid Meier's Civilization 6. So, oh shoot, maybe he is involved.
there it
in
is.
this.
There he is.
There he is.
Well,
Yeah, thank you, there's your proof.
Okay, mystery solved, guys. He is literally still there at the
I
company.
kind of get the idea that this guy just loves this franchise to death and he's probably gonna clutch it until the day he dies.
He's like
Which
Ed
to-
Boon and Yuji
Which, to
Ori.
be fair, it's commendable. I mean, even with a questionable publisher like 2K, the games usually turn out to be, decent enough.
I will
still
say,
wish they would release the first game on Steam in some kind of way because I grew up with the first one and I really wish they would be released.
Yeah, on the other hand,
ones
like
at
I,
some
like I
point.
just said, 2K is not really a good enough publisher, and especially when it comes to preservation
game science.
science. Oh, is this Black Wukong, Mifa?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Son Goku, is that you?
Well, that's the part of inspiration, Journey to the West. The trickster Su Wukong, who tried to challenge the Buddha, among other things. Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh no, it's Cats the video game.
What? No,
Except
he's a
with
monkey,
monkeys,
not a
If anything,
cat.
it's more like Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, there it
and
is.
he has a staff that he pulls out of his ear.
And can grow to the size that he wants.
Black Myth Wukong.
Oh, this August.
August
PS5
20th,
Steam Epic
2024.
Probably
Okay.
won't be able to actually run it, but it's still pretty cool that it's finally coming out.
Not sure what gameplay to expect, but
It's action, standard action. Think of it, again, partially inspired by stuff like Devil May Cry and to an extent Azura's Wrath. Alright, VR.
MetaQuest.
The best VR game ever made.
Okay, so I know already that, the journalists are kind of a bit, biased with this.
Asgard's
Oh, it's
Wrath
the
2.
game. It's the game done by Sanzaru Games. There you go.
Can you imagine somebody misreading that as Azura's Wrath 2?
Reaching heaven and returning with a gift. Stardust. But mankind was given more than it wished for. Not
The hell?
but chaos. Every new height brings a terrible.
This is the making of.
Hold on, is this Stellar Blade? Yes. Oh no, it's not Stellar Blade.
No.
Alright,
Well, for a second I was like, is this a This is a prequel of how they created the Biolizard from SA2.
Alright, so Stellar Blade 2 No, sorry, that's Hell's Blade 2 I'm thinking of.
Wherever we remain standing, we stand together.
July 9th.
That was certainly a cutscene trailer.
No, I did showcase actual gameplay.
Oh, hey, girl. Play like never before. New games. And all-time classics.
Yes, like some random football game from the 90s. No console required.
Oh, just like Google Stadia. Let's see how long that lasts.
You know,
Space Marine 2!
Ah, here we go.
Unfortunately, it leaves Mark Strong is not voicing the protagonist this time around.
Fight for glory with your friends.
Or against them.
Yeah, there's multiplayer.
So I can fight Jova.
Oh, it's releasing my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to you.
Well, unfortunately, this one too, I probably won't be able to run it. But I should record the first game at some point.
The show, and I'm very excited to introduce our
Cool.
first guests. They are legendary creators who are working on a brand new fantasy RPG metaphor.
Oh, these are the Atlus guys. I'm ready to talk about Re Fantasio.
3, 4, and 5, Katsura Hashino and Shigenori Sojima.
ありがとうございます。アトラスの橋野です。今日は副島さんと一緒にこのステージに立ててとても光栄に思ってます。
Thank you, everybody. It is
Are you gonna see a lengthy trailer this time?
If I got correctly, yes.
It is a pleasure to be here with Mr. Soejima.
このゲームはね、アーキタイプという他のゲームでいうところのジョブですね。その姿に主人公たちが変身して明日の未来のために戦うというとても熱い RPG です。
This game is an RPG in which the party members transform into their jobs, which we call archetypes. These archetypes allow you to fight against your enemies.
アーキタイプは誰もが持つ不安と向き合うことによって覚醒する力です。
Now I keep the Persona 5 milk coming as long as the quality is good.
I'd rather have that time and investment being, done in other games, but sure.
Like I said,
well, yes, that's one.
Well, that's not what I meant, Lips.
I just want a decent port of 1 and 2. That's all I ask.
I can agree
beyond
with that.
Like, say, any of the other PS2 spin-offs, like Digital Devil Saga.
Yes. And then the Devil Summoners too.
I know that Raido Kuzunoe is a bit wonky because the one of, I think either the first or the second game, I forgot, basically has the enemy, the Chinese Communist Party, so you probably don't like releasing it at this point with Tencent breathing on your neck, but still.
They've at least been acknowledging 1 and 2 a lot more these days, so maybe there's a chance you'll get something.
There have been also rumors about a remake of 2 alone. It's just bad to have to say. Yeah, I know.
No. I don't want a remake. God damn it.
What's wrong with that?
Marco doesn't like, is tired of remakes and remasters.
No, remasters is fine. It's remakes that I'm tired of.
Really? Why remakes specifically?
It's just, if you're gonna put that much effort, I prefer you just do a new game, to be honest.
The reality is,
We oppress. We fight. A great evil flows through this land. You have found a way to wield true magic. Many more protectors and followers will gather to your side. Remind people that the same powers lie dormant within them. On guard! You must acquire more archetypes and bring them together.
How's this? Gower! No holding back!
Now you've acquired a most interesting power. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical. You wield power now.
Such an honor to have Hoshino and Shojima with us on stage. Thank you guys, and for that deep look at the archetypes, such stunning visual designs. Now we're going to jump into the Arkhamverse.
Nice,
Batman
I guess.
Arkham Shadow is a MetaQuest 3 exclusive VR game.
I love it. The moment you mentioned when it's the VR, the hype just dropped down.
If you play it in slow motion, you can see the very instant that the crowd's hopes literally drop to zero.
Yep.
I mean,
You can see the hope leave their eyes in real time.
Besides, considering how we know what happens in, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, what's the point in this continuity anymore?
Hey, Shiro, get this. You'll get it. Splatoon 4 will be out soon, but only in Google Stadia.
Okay, what if I just took a long walk off a short pier?
Alright,
How about that?
Great, the one game that has one of the Batman villains I care about is VR.
Thanks, guys.
Look, I don't
Also,
even...
Nintendo would never do that to me.
Look, I don't even, hate VR. It's just... VR is a thing that I feel like they've tried to push a lot by making...
The question is, considering Kevin Conroy unfortunately has passed away, are we having Roger Craig Smith, replacing him permanently at this point?
I guess it depends on if they even have voice acting for Batman. Like, for all I know, this being one of those VR titles, Batman may not even have voice acting, or at least nothing, particularly with him speaking words.
There was another Arkham VR game done before this, which was kind of laughable, but... and that one had Batman speaking.
Yeah, but Kevin Conroy was alive back then. So, well, you know what? You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe they will get Roger Craig Smith. From what I've seen, the big speculation is the replacements for Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill would be Roger Craig Smith and Troy Baker, respectively.
Because I have been a fan of this series ever since one of its first iteration and have been playing each one ever since. So,
all right, let's see. Oh, it's Street Fighter 6. So I guess it's a trailer for the new DLC characters.
Likely.
Wait, is that Terry? That looks like Terry from KOF, doesn't it?
Yeah, it kind of
Oh my
looks
god!
like him.
Did they actually add Terry?
It is Terry, yeah.
How body are Capcom with SNK?
They had a couple of crossovers in the past.
Oh snap! Mai's here too.
Wait, is this? Are we sure it's just not Street Fighter 6, but Capcom versus SNK?
Oh snap!
Cool,
I mean, Capcom have had a while since they've done a crossover fighter.
Street Fighter.
Is that Street Fighter 6?
That was its logo, yes. Oh, Bison. Yes, we knew that it was coming. The guy cannot stay dead. So I get it. There are two. Okay, it's a new DLC season. There are two characters from, SNK, Mai Shiranui and, Terry Bogard. Elena from Street Fighter, and now M. Bison too. There we go.
My son looks a bit weird.
Join
That's
the
because
fight in year two.
he was killed in 5, and this is set after 3, so a long time has passed. So he's just recuperating. 1 year after the Dragon Meteor invasion. Okay.
The Scots rebelled. Yeah, I was gonna say this is a weird Street Fighter spin-off.
The hell is this?
The Scots are always rebelling.
Is this a story based
It's
off
Braveheart.
Is this a? Yeah, I was about to say. Is this one of those William Wallace tales?
Tears of Metal.
The best William Wallace thing to me was the song from Horrible Histories.
So basically, Angry Scotsman Simulator.
Basically.
Imagine.
I mean, I already played William Wallace campaign in Age of Empires 2. I already know what to expect.
If I wanted that, I'd watch a Scottish old firm football game. The fans there are angry enough.
Just don't watch Braveheart.
Wait, really?
I already have.
I thought Braveheart was a good movie, wasn't it?
Okay, to be fair, it's more hindsight than anything, but it was a case of, people not guessing immediately that Mel Gibson's fetish for, punishment and torture.
Hey, Shirai.
Mm-hmm.
You need to show this to Alice and ask if this is accurate.
I will.
Accurate to the Scottish experience.
Roguelike co-op, hack and slash. She's gonna find herself the Stone of Scone, sure.
If the enemies you're fighting are the English, then yes, it would be accurate.
Unreal Engine.
Oh, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Sparking Zero, awesome.
I know. Budokai Ten.
Don't you mean Sparking! Exclamation mark 0.
Yeah, basically the Japanese names of the series was Sparking, and they're pulling like a dragon and
mostly also because the Budokai Tenkaichi original trilogy was published by Atari back then, so I get the idea they're basically, going around trademarks too.
Yeah, like much like Yakuza is now known as like a dragon in the West, like it is in Japan. They're doing the same thing for this series.
It's been a while since we last had one of these games.
Yeah, well,
it was quite a surprise when they announced a new one.
Xenoverse because kind of took over when it came to the fighting game structure, even if it's technically not really the same. But no, this is not a proper one because the appeal of this is to have like everyone, the Smash Ultimate kind of appeal, like almost that gigantic roster, even if the power balance doesn't make any sense.
No. The Budokai Tenkaichi games is like this. These are not in-depth fighting games like fighters, but they're not meant to be. They're fan service at its most basic level. If you want a big ball of fan service to you as a Dragon Ball fan, this is your game.
If I recall correctly, one of the Budokai games even introduced a weird-ass fusion system as well.
Right. October 11th.
There you go.
Not the Tenkaichi games, Joe, but it was one of the regular Budokai ones.
Now we step into the world of Delta Force Hawk Ops, a free-to-play tactical shooter.
Delta Force.
Yeah, it's one of the ones we knew whether we was going to get a showcase.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's another extraction game.
Rally up. We've got a new mission. Operation Lightning Strike. The situation at Zero Dam is now very serious, with conflicts escalating between Havoc Corps and Alsara Guard. It's time to take action. Objective: collect and decode the Mandel Brick located at the tourist center at the southeast region. We need to utilize terrain for stealth insertion. Execute swiftly and silently. We're in position.
So, like a fart. Okay.
Is that one of the rejected names for like a dragon?
Oh.
God, but imagine if it was called that, like a fart.
Why even?
Like a fart on the wind?
I'm pretty sure it would regain. I'm pretty sure it would gain popularity in the UK as some form of irony.
Also, yes, that's what we need. Venom.
But did you see, Tail? Here's the announcement for Summer Games Fest. Venom is now in Fortnite.
I'm pretty sure, isn't he up there already?
Yes, he is.
Already? Oh, okay, never mind then.
Because again,
I underestimated Fortnite just now.
The only thing that's standing, ground for the time being is Nintendo, mostly because they would want that stuff to be available only on Nintendo consoles. So at the very least, that bastion is still holding.
Basically, we almost got Samus, but Nintendo only wanted Samus to be available on the Switch version.
Black Hawk Down is a
Epic weren't
reimagining
having,
of the
so
original game,
yeah.
but is also fully licensed to recreate moments from the award-winning Ridley Scott movie. Here is your world premiere first look at that gameplay.
Why are they burning tires? RPG! Hold on!
All units prepared for landing. 2 feet, 1 foot. Clear. Secure and capture a gate in your cabinet. Over.
Get down! Get down! Enemy attack! Air strike! Enemy vehicles coming! Vehicle under attack!
And now, I have an update for you on Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. For real this time.
Let's see what this is in the meantime. Oh, this is this more SNK stuff.
No.
Anyway, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Yes, we knew
Yeah.
about this. Anyway, you should ask Deji about them, Shiro.
No, I was about to say the only reason I know those characters is because of Deji's Twitter account.
Yeah, anyway, I think we saw with this game already in one of the previous presentations. I think it was at the Game Awards.
Also cute, swearing emoji and all that, so...
Be thankful it's not the eggplant one.
I guess they have some restraint in that regard. Well, the animation's good.
The music a bit unfitting, but yeah.
Dubstep. Well, I think it's an epic royale. Oh, yeah, it's a battle royale.
Yeah, like you said, we did saw this game previously.
That explains the music. That's supposed to be Poseidon? Jesus.
Jova, you're a Fate fan. You shouldn't be surprised by these things.
I mean, the Olympians in the Fate series actually still look menacing, big, muscular, and whatnot. That Poseidon is, well, a child, to put it lightly.
Alright, what is this?
Oh, a Gundam
this
game.
Gundam? It's a gun.
Oh, guess what? I'm looking at Steam right now, and look at that. New sale. Right now, Civilization 6 is only €3.
Well, is it just the base game or the entire package? Because it has a lot of DLCs.
Let me see.
Oh my god, Xenogears remade!
Yeah, sure.
This is
It
totally
looks
knack,
good.
actually.
It looks good.
It's basically, again, do you like building your own Gangnam Dome? Then this is basically porn for you.
Nice. Summer closed beta test coming in August 2024.
Oh, Mecha Break. It's an original property.
Never heard of this one before, but it does look interesting.
Break with its immersive aerial and ground combat with lightning-fast maneuvers. Next, Jason Blum and his Blumhouse banner have become synonymous.
Yeah,
Yes,
we already
Blumhouse.
we knew that apparently Blumhouse is franchising into publishing video games.
Well, now Blumhouse is entering the video game world in a big way.
So does that mean that by proxy the games published are held by Universal?
Huh.
From the studio that. From the
Got you the
studio that brought
freegans,
you Gem and the Holograms.
The Black Phone, which, admittedly, each good movies. Good horror movies. What do we got? Forgive me, Mother, for I have sinned.
Crisol, Theater of Idols.
Oh wait, these are
My
like
soul.
these are
Yes.
Oh, what the heck?
unique IPs.
Yes, they're basically the Blumhouse is becoming a publishing company for a bunch of original projects.
Wait, what was the name of the first one?
Crisol.
I
Crisol.
must not sleep.
Sleep
Sleep
awake
awake.
from Eyes Out.
And I am scared to death to stay awake.
Don't worry, Viv. If any ghost actually
Oh, a retro PS1 style one. Here the spotlight.
Some cozy game pals.
So basically, hey, did you want to play a PS1 game in 16:9? Well, this is the game for you.
A lot of indie games are actually embracing that with
Basically, I think we're moving out of the pixelation nostalgia era and now moving more towards like the 32-bit polygon era of nostalgia.
Project C. What does the C
Future was
stand
meant
for?
to be broken. Them horror games, yo. Welcome to the Blumhouse.
Does that mean we get an adaptation of The Visit? Because I don't think that makes for a decent video game.
Oh my god, I forget Blumhouse were
Unless
involved with
it's-
that movie.
Unless it's a rhythm game in which you have to mash the word of a child.
Welcome Jason Blum, CEO and founder of Blumhouse, and Luis Blaine, creative lead at
The
Blumhouse
man
Games.
himself cometh.
Yeah, the thing about if you've seen him also in interview, Jason Blum has this constant like grin on his face, but just inviting you to punch him, even if there are no reason to.
So,
do so.
so he's like Don Matrick.
Yeah, or the CEO of EA that we mentioned.
I knew the name.
Like this guy is like super macho man from Punch Out.
On the sorry, just to finish my thought on the last event that I was showcasing our game. These guys were there. The Chrysol Theater of Idols. The game looked good. I'm happy that they found a publisher, I guess. They were looking for one.
Wait, they're making a sequel to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie?
Yes, we already knew what they were doing. It was a commercial success, Dweebs, so...
We're going to do independent games. We're going to look for creators and give them a platform and encourage these creators to be weird and subversive and find the most effed up, scariest things they can and put them into
Those are
really
truly a bunch of
cool
words you just said.
That sure sounds scary, alright.
And honestly, I feel like the scariest games are the ones that like don't try to be and have like unsettling elements underneath.
Are a lot like Blumhouse movies. They come in many.
I don't know if you played it or actually seen it recently, Shira. There's this one called Crow Country, which actually does a decent enough job without relying on jump scares.
I don't know that one.
Intense first-person
I'll pass you a link later.
Jeff,
Oh.
just want some bonus murder.
in your otherwise very cozy farming sim. I think, you know, we as horror fans,
A spooky
so
farming
many
sim.
subgenres to explore.
Why not? Harvestella also had the
partners
dynamic
feel
of
the
these
same and just as
with the
excited, which
meteor.
means we've got psychological nightmares, we have supernatural scares, we have cosmic horror. And our team has worked really hard to work with global, creative, talented partners. And that means for us that we really want to, as we're working in indie projects, which means that we can take risks. You know, we can be flexible, and really we can push.
She forgot the script.
Yeah. Oh, no. Don't you see, guys? The game scared her so much it gave her the jitters.
And I know, you know, we'll get into when games are coming out, but some of these are coming soon, Jason, right? We got a good slate.
Well, yeah, we're on PC and console, and yeah, we wanted to start with not just one, but we wanted to start with a few games. So so you want to tell us about those?
Yeah, so Fear the Spotlight is our first
aren't
release
we?
coming later this year, and it really hits our mission statement. It's an amazing 90s horror experience. It's got great characters, a compelling narrative. It's also super creepy, and I think people will be big fans of it, even if you're not normally into horror. And quickly, actually, Fear the Spotlight is getting its first trailer as part of the Day of the Dev showcase, so stay tuned after the show.
Directly after. Awesome. Well, I know this is just the start, so we'll probably be seeing you in future years with more from Blumhouse Games. But guys, what do you think of the slate? Pretty amazing, right? What these guys are pulling on. Jason, Luis, thanks so much for being here on Summer Games.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Hi, Jason.
And now here's the world premiere of a brand new Power Rangers game with a retro
Oh.
feel.
Oh.
Okay.
Power Rangers, okay.
Okay.
From
Oh, is it
digitally-
gonna be like the... Oh, there's no clips. Oh, okay, cool. Got my
Go back to the
attention. All right.
beginning.
Where's all
Power
them kidnapped a bunch
Rangers.
of teenagers? I mean, recruiting a bunch of teenagers.
Oh, so it's kind of similar. It's basically the Power
Okay.
Ranger equivalent to the recent TMNT game they
Yes.
did.
Oh, that's fine by me.
Stop being Rita the Pulsar.
Yeah.
Is this going to end with the Power Rangers making that Ultra Zord and killing Rita?
That's a throwback. Yeah, again, if it's made by Digital Clips, then I'm confident it will be good, because Digital Clips does great work.
Megazord.
Do the animations look a little bit wonky?
Rita's Rewind.
Well, the 2D animations aren't actually part of the game, they're just
Yeah,
part of
yeah,
the trailer for promotion purposes, so it's not like it matters.
Hey guys, see, so we'll be battling against two different Ritas. The one from that recent movie, which was essentially Robo Rita, which took the evil dark energy left over from Rita after she was cured of her evilness, now with the original Rita.
One thing that we haven't really pointed out, but it's been almost 50 minutes since we started. I have to say, we haven't really stopped for, like, you know, any commercials in between. So I'm actually impressed by that.
I don't
You're
think
gonna
he's...
jinx us. You're gonna jinx
Yeah,
us.
I was gonna say.
I just want to see. I just want to see the anti-vape ad. I just really want to see that.
To Summer Game Fest credit, I don't think that's ever gone for the ad stuff so far. Like, Summer Game Fest is mostly just trying to be E3,
Also,
which
I
didn't
think
have...
we saw this game already in in a trailer beforehand, or at least I did see it. But yeah, basic story about how this child befriends a baby deer.
We do love our games with our animal companions that are totally going to be a-okay by the end.
Yeah, I
don't
know.
we?
I was going to mention the great question always at the end: is the animal gonna die?
Honestly, can we have one of these games, but the animal companion is actually the villain?
Okay, you weren't there, basically, but let's just say that one of the games we commented in the past, but you weren't there, actually fits that to an extent. Deer and boy.
Wow.
Okay, how about this? And now Jeff shows up on stage. Okay, everybody, now enjoy 30 minutes of ads.
I mean, I haven't seen the true ending for this game, but I think Little Misfortune is kind of like that.
I don't remember that.
With financial aid from the French government, and games like that are why we do this show, giving first-time developers a chance to show you what they're working on.
No, I don't know much about it myself, so I don't
Kingdom
know.
Come Deliverance 2 is
Oh
arriving
yeah,
later
we
this
know
year.
about trailer
This is a
for this
first-person
was actually
open-world
happening.
action RPG from Warhorse Studios. Here is a brand new look.
The best laid plans of men don't always come to fruition.
Basically, it's kind of built, if I recall correctly, because I haven't really played the first one, but I do know. It's structured a bit similar to The Witcher, but it applies to more realistic rules.
Alright.
Tries to be, you know, medieval time sucks simulator.
And the other's a blue-blooded fledgling.
You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak?
Gentlemen, praise be to our Lord Jesus Christ. Our Father.
Hey, he did say bathroom break, but put him some slack.
But in the end, we all face your judgment for what we should have done, but lacked the courage to do.
The last time I ran away, I lost everything.
Well, I mean, yeah, that is kind of what happens when you run away.
God, is this retribution for my sins?
A second chance.
Yep. Yep, you got an anti-rousing speech.
Only comes once.
Anyway, check in the meantime, Pedro. This is what we said before. If you want to get Civilization 6 with all the DLC stuff, that's $15, which is actually very reasonable considering
Kingdom Come
everything,
Deliverance
you know.
2.
Next, we step into the dark mind of Silent Hill creator Keiichiro Toyama-san. Back in 2021, we announced
Yeah,
his new game.
this is another thing we knew. It's actually coming. The new IP that he's been developing for a while. Slitterhead, I think. Basically, this guy first created Silent Hill, and then we moved away, went to Sony and did the Forbidden Siren franchise, which unfortunately wasn't super popular, especially because it had struggled actually being, you know, reaching American territories. It was more popular in Europe. Interesting, you can possess a body. Yeah, this is all about the body horror. Yeah, the frame rate seems a bit wonky, but to be fair, because it is a...
Wait, this is a Souls-like game?
I don't know about the details. At the very least, from what I gather, it's basically a survival. You know, you survive this place which is overrun by these creatures.
Doesn't seem very survival-ish.
Well, again, we'll see what that happens.
Check out this Gatling gun. I can literally make
It
out a
does
board.
remind me... Oh, that's pretty cool. It does remind me a bit of the Parasite manga.
Boy,
Oh,
the
you can
sequel
even possess an animal.
Boy, the sequel to Mind Jack looks quite interesting.
Yeah, it kinda is like that. Fuck. November 8. Oh, Killer Bean!
Okay.
For context,
Okay.
I showed to Pedro and Daji the movie a couple of months ago. Let's just say that it was an experience.
How did you guys like it?
How is this character still going? I don't understand.
I'm more baffled, like, did the creator manage to secure a spot at the Summer Game Fest? Like, oh, you can create the bullet move!
I mean,
For real?
Okay, Neil Breen's movies are entertaining. Killer Bean isn't even entertaining.
Yeah, you can even do the hoof grenade thing.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, who the hell is this?
Oh!
Wait, you've never heard of Killer Bean, Sir Mike?
No!
I have a YouTube movie to show you.
Yeah, it's actually completely free because it's actually done by one of the people who did the stunt coordination for The Matrix.
Let me put it this way, Shiro. I watched this thing for free on YouTube, and I still feel like I got ripped off.
Basically, Shiro, imagine John Wick, but everybody is a coffee bean.
I got ripped off. They robbed me of my time and my life.
People loved Killer Bean for reasons.
And this is a Neil Breen thing?
No, it's not.
I'm gonna have to be
okay.
honest. I'm gonna have to be honest. I don't get the love for this character. Like,
it's more the cheesiness.
Those are 90 minutes of my life I'll never get back. It's just like.
I'll admit though, even though I get the hype, okay, I get the hype for Killer Bean, but I'll admit I'm also surprised that just now we're getting this.
No,
like,
we knew that the game has been in development for a long time, so yeah, it's actually about to be released in early access.
Well, I guess we'll see if the appeal is still there.
How? This is the kind of thing that should have showed up at the Devolver Digital presentation.
You know what this means, guys? We have to do a commentary of the bloody movie.
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Sure.
Again, it's free on YouTube, so no one is spending anything on it.
Yeah.
Please welcome from
well, except time.
Not bad. I mean,
brain cells. That as well.
I mean, I don't recall it being that bad.
Also, Dwaves, for extra immersion, you will actually have to drink coffee when we do it.
Yes.
Sorry.
I might just bring alcohol for that commentary.
Anyway, more people to present in this stuff.
I will say that even though we've been going for a while, the pace has felt like it's been kept in
because we
motion.
have not stupid commercials in the meantime, and it seems that Geoof has learned his lesson is let people speak.
Alright, hands up, thank you very much, bye!
Okay. Again, like, I wonder if those issues were mainly exclusive to the Game Awards show, because from what I recall, I don't recall the last Summer Games Fest having those issues. Granted, it's been a while, and I don't remember the Summer Games Fest as much, so maybe it was an issue there too as well. Oh, the Game Bakers.
Yeah, that's the name of the indie company.
It's a face-off between you and the mountain. And what you're going to see in the trailer is not from cutscenes. It's the actual climbing gameplay. You can see more later today during Day of the Devs, but now let's have a look.
Alright then. The Game Bakers.
Oh, did we actually seen this before? I don't remember about an indie where you climb the mountain.
The Game Bakers, that name sounds like one of those ABGM rip-off groups back in the 2000s or something.
Game studios, being present for a very long time means that, it's inevitable they have all sorts of names. Yeah, I can kind of see that it's, in-game footage because the legs tend to, be a bit janky, but, I don't mind that. The real question is, can we have a Tom Cruise skin? Also, insert your own quote about William Shatner about the beginning of Star Trek V, about why Kirk has to climb the mountain.
I mean, at least there was a nice Jerry Goldsmith song going on in the background for that bit.
True, I guess. It's just that the way Shatner describes the thought process behind the scene, it makes it sound like Kirk wants it to actually fuck the mountain.
Climbing his ego, yeah.
Kind.
Can.
Ivy Road. The creators of Stanley Parable and
not
the
meant to be.
Beginner's
Oh, okay.
Guide.
I'm a fighter. I'm meant to be in the arena, in combat. But instead, I'm out here in the middle of the woods, running a tea shop. So, what does running a tea shop involve? Well...
Oh, there you go, sure. This game is for you.
And I've had to get used to...
Considering it's done by the creator of the Stanley Parable, I have to expect some tomfoolery happening.
Yeah.
Well, she mentioned...
Tish salesman simulator.
Well, she does mention being a fighter, so maybe you have to fight some people for tea.
The concept of an actual like warrior or mage retiring and actually having to do a shop, it has been done a couple of times in some stories, but not so much in video games. So this should be interesting. Closest I can imagine is a bit like Reseteer, I guess, but that's kind of a stretch. No, don't ask me how I know that.
Also, for barista simulators, we do have coffee talk for that.
I can stop.
Don't you mean also Valhalla, Shiri, about for power for?
Oh yes.
Simulator?
I have that, but I have not played it yet.
I feel good. I'm happy.
What?
I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yep, here's the fuck shit.
Okay. Is there a secret hidden dark prophecy in the background?
Gee, Joe, but again, it's almost like this is done by the person who did the Stanley Parable.
Well, that trailer took a turn.
I'm surprised we haven't. I'm surprised we haven't commentated on the Stanley Parable yet.
It's not. Well, that's the thing, Joe. But it's kind of an experience that's not really suited when you get down to it, because the narrator is doing most of the lifting, you know, and it's most about hearing what he thinks rather than the environment itself outside from specific occasions.
And knowing him, he would not be happy about us trying to commentate over
Yeah,
him.
it's more like streamer bait type of, material. Anyway.
Reflector, Bandai Namco.
Technically, still people talking and commentating over him when you think about it.
Oh, is this
Your progress is
no, this is not Sandland.
Huh?
These are incredible.
Wait. Oh no, for a moment I thought this was going to be a sequel to Journey.
No. Again, publisher Bandai Namco, but maybe Jeff mentioned that during the recap at the before that.
Humanity has lived for eons at the mercy of the Nine. It's time we took control of our own destiny.
So a globe-trotting adventure, it seems.
While stealing souls?
Wait, is it like Quantum Leap where they're hopping into other bodies across time?
Remember stepping. Find your target.
I don't see Scott Bakula anywhere though, Jova.
It's more based on the recent series waves, of course. The one that nobody cared about.
Yeah, seriously, that reboot came and went.
I don't even know if it's good or not, so I cannot even make a joke about it.
Unknown Awakening.
9 Awakening.
This is a strange place.
Vincent found something down there.
Fall 2024. Okay.
It's so weird to see Bunny now. Oh, Monster Hunter Stories. Yeah, we know already that it's basically a re-release of the 3DS one,
First
just
one, right?
upscaled.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Monster
it's releasing
Hunter Stories.
next week, basically.
Oh yeah, also a bunch
Also a
of
sale.
Capcom deals.
There's currently also an event going on in Ever Crisis themed after Monster Hunter, so we can look forward to that.
Always count on Capcom to collab using Monster Hunter.
What is this? Wait,
Yama
is this...
Games.
Hold on, I think I... Is this the Souls-like game that's done from My Country about masks? I think it is, actually. I've been following this for a while because an Italian YouTuber that normally specializes in Soul Country is working on this for the cinematics. Yeah, this kind of looks also like his style a bit. And yeah, it's another Souls-like, but it's themed around the masks of theater and tragedy and comedy.
Feel honored to fight a legend.
your greatest final chapter.
Ha!
Joker?
Like I said, it's centered around the masks of comedy and tragedy of the puppet theater. So I guess it's which.
Interesting.
I guess in game turn, this probably translates into gameplay about switching, you know, a preset.
Oh, or maybe he collects the masks.
Well, probably also from the bosses. It would be kind of make sense, you know, for not transformation, but gaining the equivalent of a boss armor.
Sir, you seem a bit shorter than I recall.
And thinner.
Enotria, the last song. Yes, so there you go.
Yeah, there it is. Cutscene, but you know, it looks like an interesting concept.
Game Fest, the first Descendant, powered by Unreal Engine 5, is a next-gen looter shooter with dynamic cooperative gameplay, including a grappling hook mechanic. It is finally set for release, and we're very happy here to debut the new trailer and the reveal of the release date.
So many of these.
What?
These types of games, like
looter shooters, you mean?
Yeah.
Save me, Wholesome Direct. Save me.
I mean, I guess to give credit, I feel like we're getting a lot more variety these days than we were where shooters really were running rampant. But I
mean, at least it's better than last year, which was mostly like space games, right? It was just like space games everywhere.
It's like Action 52.
Okay.
There's always that one thing that's just kind of dominating.
Yeah, remember?
Well, that's what we call
platformers in the 90s.
Well, yeah, that's what we call trends.
Does the game have dynamic swimming?
I wonder.
I guess.
Again, this is always...
but don't you see, Marco? They have hyper-sophisticated, realistic swim fishing AI that gets away when you get close to them. Don't you see?
That's something to market a game around.
Also to showcase the dog in the worst way possible.
Yes.
Oh, good lord.
And I'm sure the dog will not die. I guarantee it.
The dog is the villain.
Yes, great cinematics. So how does the game
It's
actually
like that.
play?
Well, the thing that I said before, Java, you have to take essentially what the actions of the character that are being done, and they essentially are reflective of what the gameplay is, or just not in a direct way. It's kind of similar to what, you know, Concord did.
Normally I would, but a lot of games these days are sadly infamous for having cool-looking cinematics, but then having the gameplay be nowhere near as cool.
Whose hit indie game Among Us took the world by storm.
There you go, that's another thing. Among Us is getting an animated adaptation, so we knew a sneak peek was going to happen. There's a bizarre cast. I think Elijah Wood is in it.
I didn't know the cast got revealed already.
They did it a few weeks ago, if I recall correctly. Let me see if I can find the news.
What's up, gamers?
Oh my god!
Can you believe they just let us be on this?
This is the elite moment equivalent.
Well, she certainly has energy.
Among Us 2, Among Us 3, 4.
She's definitely nervous, I feel.
Turns out we actually have something very real we wanted to present to you all today. There's been so many great indie games in recent years, but it's also been no secret that it's kind of a rough time in the industry. Some devs don't really get the chance they deserve, so we thought we could help out a little bit. That's why we're excited to announce our side project, Outer Sloth.
An indie game fund.
Well, I mean, at least they're
taking the time.
some,
yeah.
taking some action.
This is our way of saying thank you to
There we
our
go. The
crewmates,
series has,
players,
get this,
peers,
Patton
developing
Oswalt,
some games,
Deborah
and
Wilson,
the funding
Phil
and
Lamar,
freedom
Wayne
to
Knight,
create games.
Dan Stevens,
And then we all get to
Leo
play them,
Hilson,
which
Kimiko
was
Glenn,
amazing.
Randall Park, Yvette
I
Nicole
really
Brown,
want
Elijah Wood, and Ashley Johnson.
Outer Sloth is our passion project and dream for
What was
sustainable
what
industry.
was the most recent thing that Wayne Knight did, technically? Because it has been a while since I heard him in a big project.
God, you know what? Let me check.
Because of you. And don't worry, Jeff, it has your favorite, a ton of world premieres. Enjoy!
The last thing he did was, he was in the Urkel Saves Santa the movie thing as a voice actor.
Okay.
And that was 2023.
So, we're doing it.
Hi, I'm Ian from ShapeShot. And
Mars
you're
First
already playing our
Logistics.
first game, Mars First Logistics.
We are Trinket Studios, creators of Battle Chef Brigade, and this is our card battler RPG, Battle Suit Aces.
This one actually looks interesting.
And we're making the Master of Archives, a game about building and
It's kind of cute actually that the Among Us team used the money that they got to actually, finance more projects.
It's not even the money that they got, it's the money that they're getting. It's different, right?
Yeah, well, to be fair, yes, they're still, going strong with that, even if it's not as popular in 2020.
It's kind of like Minecraft right now. It's just in. It's just in the population now, right?
Of course, also plushy.
Hi, I'm Eka, creative director of Outer Loop Games, makers of Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age. In our new game, explore the world in an upgradable mech and cook up tasty dishes for local communities.
Oh snap, it's confirmed. The crowd actually did let out an audible ah at the mention of the Arkham game being a MetaQuest VR game.
That's funny.
Killing Crew held the games. Cute.
I mean, from what I've seen from the team, like on their socials and stuff, they do seem like genuinely sweet.
But all of those amazing indie games aren't the only thing coming out of Inner Sloth. Did you know that there's going to be an Among Us TV show?
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning before.
Sounds like you did. Yes, there's going to be an Among Us TV show. Check out this sneak peek.
So I wonder how that will work. Like, will each episode be like, a case, or will it be like each season is the equivalent of a game?
We're probably about to find out.
Yeah. Oh god, that pizza is awful!
Worst show ever.
Stop putting bad pizzas in your product, fuck's sake!
That's why they're dying, because they ruined the pizza. You're bad at your job.
Yeah.
Hey, we're not dead.
Yet. Yeah, there you go, that's the cast I was mentioning.
What a cast indeed.
It's so random more than anything. It's like, here's celebrities.
Next, we have Sonic X Shadow Generations.
Oh, Sonic X Shadow Generations!
There you go,
Oh.
guys. You can go
Say it like that.
Remember, everyone, look up Sonic X Shadow on Twitter.
Sure, I know.
Specifically, look at it without the word generations in there.
I mean, I guess it's
Hey.
better to look on DeviantArt.
Hey, Dwibs, Sega decided to call it Sonic X Shadow Generations, alright?
Don't encourage him to do it more, though.
Why not? I mean,
There's Gang Dragoon.
every generation needs heroes.
Heroes.
God, the music already so cool. And anti-heroes.
Oh
There he is.
yeah! Oh snap! Yes, Bullet Station is back.
There's the boy. Oh!
Wow,
Westopolis.
Westopolis looks different.
Three hedgehogs.
Sonic Heroes rep for Bullet Station. Okay, thank you.
Love it. Two epic adventures. Hey! Yay! Remix of Radical High. Oh my God!
Kingdom
They had
Valley.
Kingdom Valley from Sonic
Oh my
06.
God.
Holy cow!
One ultimate collection.
Okay, I knew we were getting.
I was right from before. We are getting some news, quite a few new things.
I knew we were
apparently, apparently Shadow's campaign is apparently as long. Oh god, he's so cool.
Holy shit.
And now Shadow is.
And it's an Halloween release.
Oh snap! An Adventure Legacy skin and Gerald. Oh my God! A Terrio skin!
There you go.
Oh my God! I bet you're happy now that I included that extra trivia about Shadows' previous looks for a Sonic Adventure 2 run.
Oh, Dune, okay. Well, the audience doesn't know yet. To look forward to a Sonic Adventure 2 run.
Thankfully, that's like part 0 stuff anyway. Jesus.
You know what could make Shadow cooler? Wings.
Of course.
Welcome to, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dune, a story about a young prince's rise from being thrown off the throne to becoming an absolute dick.
You really haven't seen much of a wrestler franchise, Dweebs, haven't you?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Isn't everyone in Dune a dick?
It's kind of like Warhammer 40k. Every faction has basically different shades of, are we the baddies?
I like to believe that Patrick Stewart's side's the good side.
No, Joe, but David Lynch's Dune is a more naive kind of interpretation of the books. That's why it's regarded as not particularly good.
I mean, I know.
I still enjoyed it in a cheesy way, but yeah.
Sting's in it for some reason.
Yeah, almost naked to boot.
Like, from what I can understand, the fan base regards that movie as its own classic little thing, but one that's clearly not as in tune with the source material as the newer movies are.
At least to me, it's cheesy as hell. I just enjoy it, but I'm glad we're getting decent adaptations more recently.
Yeah, I get it. It's like, well, ironically, it's kind of like how, for as much a classic as Planet of the Apes is, it's not the best adaptation of the actual book, believe it or not.
Leads to you.
Oh? Yep, Dune Awakening. Yeah. A Dune open world survival MMO.
For the record, it kind of fits the theming of Dune because it has always been kind of like on that kind of style, like RTSs and similar. It doesn't really suit to, like, say, a shooter or such. Anyway, Lightspeed Studios is this.
Like an RTS?
No,
it's a game where you shoot things.
Oh, yeah. I get it, it's more of another mecha games, Marco.
Battle Aces.
Basically mech fighting, from what I can understand.
The sequel to Battle Noobs.
Thanks, Jeff.
Alright.
Okay.
So Battle Aces is the RTS game for everyone.
Oh, it is an RTS, Marco.
Okay. New to RTS as well as RTS veterans. We really want to bring the core fun of RTS to everybody, kind of like how...
Kind of reminds me more of a MOBA world with the kind of mechanics of having the smaller units waiting for the big ones to arrive and conquer points.
Army versus army game that has a high emphasis on the strategy. We want to bring this type of very specific RTS fun to players in two major ways. First, we want to amplify both the in and out of game strategizing through unit decks. And what makes unit decks very cool is not only will players be able to define the exact way that they wish to play, but also players will be able to experience an endless possibility of strategies. Second, we want to eliminate the tedious clicks required to play in RTS as much as possible so that players playing this game are experiencing only the fun parts of playing an RTS game. So, if you want to learn more about Battle Aces, or if you want to sign up for our beta test, that's
certainly
coming up
looks
very
like
soon,
that genre
then
of
please,
game.
make sure to visit
Wait,
our website
I
at
prefer
How-
more traditional type of RTS as well, Pass.
how do you tell how to attack or something like that if you're eliminating clicks?
No idea.
Is it automated?
Maybe you input a command beforehand, you know, and then you would follow immediately a routine.
In 2 seasons, we're unveiling where contestants will be going in the all-new season starting next week on June 13th. Sharpen your katanas and welcome to Season 3 of the finals.
Oh?
Oh, the finals.
No.
It's like, let's get the most random team we can think of together.
The finals.
Kyoto 1568.
Yeah, because these futuristic-looking buildings were definitely in Japan around 1568.
Well, again, it's more the thing that this is the simulation done. And again, for team shooters with particular mechanics, this I can understand. You know, even Team Fortress 2 had a map similar to this at one point.
I mean, that one group just looks like your average D&D party, to be honest.
Yeah. But that includes also the chef.
The finals in Kyoto. All right. Please welcome multiple Game Awards winner and a dazzling Game Awards performer, if I do say so myself, Sam Lake from Remedy.
There we go. Another thing that we knew that Remedy was going to be present here, possibly DLC for Alan Wake 2.
Look, my guys, Alan Wake is real!
What the fuck is he wearing? Yeah, cut the shit.
Thank you. Hi. You see, this is now the only way they let me come on stage to tell you something.
But when are we gonna get that long-awaited sequel to Quantum Break?
Many of you have been posting.
I'm interested more in how that
the Max Payne remakes, yeah.
Yeah, those remakes are coming along.
Curious, how much involvement in Quantum Break did Sam Lake even have?
He was only a producer.
You also have to remember, Joga, what we mentioned multiple times, the fact that it was originally conceived with a different plot, maybe on bigger scope and everything, but had to be hastily reworked almost at the very last second.
That is true, yeah.
This fall. You can lock in your copy starting tomorrow.
Oh.
Next, we promised you some expansion content for Alan Wake 2, right? I'm thrilled to introduce you all to Night Springs.
Question, are they from Limited Run?
Okay, in case you don't know, Night Springs is an in-universe series show in the Alan Wake games. That's basically a Twilight episode type of series. The thing is that the Alan Wake universe tends to have SCP-esque objects that are real in terms of, you know, manipulating reality. So it's strongly implied that Night Springs is more of a documentary of weird shit happening. So focusing on that is not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Night Springs will be playable in less than 24 hours.
Oh, tomorrow.
It's out tomorrow.
Now, with this
Virtual Shadow Drop.
Premiere, I invite you to step into Night Springs.
Night Springs. A special place, a shifting space, existing in a countless number of parallel realities. Different every time we set upon the road that
Oh yeah, that's definitely Twilight Zone.
always familiar to us.
You also basically, because basically it has been retroactively cannibalized, Control is also part of this, meaning that, you know, you played Alan Wake, you probably have to play that too.
And I will come back for you. My love.
And cut.
What the hell?
Well, he had, also I noticed the protagonist of Control, she's present here too. Basically, Jova Lake loves to cameo in his games in some fashion. Remember, Max Payne's face was based on him.
And I always assumed that Alan Wake was based off of him too.
No. He plays a different character, particularly in 2, one of the FBI agents, but if I recall correctly, he gets killed relatively early on.
That's a real shotgun? Who can ever truly know how deep?
If for a second there I thought that was the main character of Quantum Break.
No. That one was Sean Ashmore.
Through the endless tides of time, they've come to these mythical shores, seeking mastery.
I'm curious, have they referenced Quantum Break in any of their subsequent projects?
No. Quantum
Oh my
Break
god!
Is something that Remedy probably wants to just forget.
Oh my god, is this Everwild?
No,
Java.
It mentioned
Everwild
Amazon.
is cell shaded, so this can't
It
be
mentioned Amazon Games, so this might be new. What's the name? They had an MMO working on, which is called like New World or something. Maybe
That's released. That has released like last
well,
year
maybe
or
this is an
2 years
expansion.
ago.
That's what I mean, Marco. Because if I recall correctly, the Conquistador armor of the characters in that actually was front and center. Yeah, there you go, New World Aeternum.
I thought this game flopped hard.
Well, it's more of a case, I guess, where they're not trying to give up on it.
No.
Which, sure, I guess. But people are still gonna play Downtrade instead.
Will launch on PS5,
Like me.
Xbox Series X and S, and PC on October 15th. And now you can play the game start to finish as a solo player or play co-op and use crossplay as well. If you're watching SGF on TikTok Live right now, you can comment HSR in the chat to claim.
Thankfully, I am not.
Me neither. Well, isn't TikTok under threat of being banned in the US?
RPG just concluded its version 2.3 special program a few hours ago.
I thought it was it already passed, right? That legislation.
I don't know.
Who is clearly ready for the forthcoming journey with her brand new look.
Alright, what is this? Oh, Hoyoverse. See, I didn't even mention that much about, but the thing that frustrates me the most is that, you know, both Genshin Impact and this, these are actually the games that I kind of wish, you know, was the golden standard of how games looked. The idea of, you know, sure, having a quality of graphic, but still put a creativity in the art style instead of going for photorealism, and it's wasted in basically Chinese propaganda.
I guess if
it is what it is.
Isn't there this other one out now, but not from this group?
I don't know.
What game are you thinking of?
I know it's basically, from what I understand, it's Genshin Impact but with British voices.
I don't know about that.
Wait, you're not talking about the Star Rail, are you? Because that's still.
That's what they're showing now, Drova. And hell, even you know, Honkai Star Rail, the game they're showing now, it's even a turn-based RPG, which is also super cool. They clearly put a lot of, you know, effort into.
Wuthering Waves, that's what I was talking about.
It really is just about you know, like, well, the games look and seem good, you know, if it gotcha stuff aside.
Well, I can't even. I'm not particularly bothered by those technically. It's just that again, and even the stories are not, you know, like sure, maybe not super Shakespearean, but they're solid in what they do.
It is really just about that, you know, the company behind it are. Ugh.
Iron Mages presents.
I don't recall hearing about these guys before. Dark and darker. Wait, did we hear about this game?
Descending to darkness. It is based clearly on old school dungeon crawling games.
Seek thy fortune.
It's a bit similar to what you know, modern Elder Scrolls game modern themselves around.
It definitely does seem old school in that regard.
Oh, you can even play the bard, of course.
It's like a D&D session. Oh, and you can betray your teammates, of course.
Always for the loot. Claim
what game wouldn't be complete without the ability to betray?
Clearly, you sound actually flustered by discovering lives.
That's actually one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things about WWE 2K24 is that the commentary even has special audio for when you, the referee, betray your friend.
Ooh, an ice dragon.
It seems again simplistic in basics, but with with a bit of depth. Dark and Darker play for free.
Huh.
I actually might give it a try.
There you have
Looks
it,
like
the
it could be
unforgiving
interesting.
fantasy FPS dungeon PvPvE adventure Dark and Darker is now live on both Steam and Epic Games Store today. So play it this weekend. All right. Lots of fans are joining us here in person at the YouTube Theater, and we thank you for that. And ahead of the show, 4 lucky fans were upgraded to our VIP section thanks to the Discover Orange Ticket upgrade. With Discover, you don't have to be a VIP to be treated like one. All right, now here's the announcement of the release date for Capcom's upcoming Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess.
Oh, the new IP that they're developing. The one that basically is similar to Onimusha a bit.
Yeah, I think we legit thought it was Onimusha at first when we first saw a trailer for it.
Because, they don't know what to do with Onimusha.
To be fair, having to re-release 3 is a bit tricky because there are a lot of celebrities involved, including Jean Reno for some reason.
Wait, really?
I tried playing...
I don't fucking know, Joe, but...
I tried playing 3, but I just can't because they dubbed over Jean Reno in English, and it's just so weird. I cannot play it.
Anyway, in case you're wondering what the gameplay is, it's not technically... Okay, it's a bit similar to a tower defense, but you do take control of your... You can take control of your unit individually, and, that shifts into a more action hack-and-slash game. Anyway, July 19, 2024.
Cool.
So just over a month.
What is this? Oh, this is remember the Upper Light Drifter sequel.
Right, this
Hyper
one's
Light
done
Breaker.
in 3D instead of 2D.
Visual style's cool.
With full campaign co-op. Neat.
There we go. Wish list now.
Wanna beat
Wanna
friends?
beat friends? No.
Oh my God.
There's the... Yeah, we saw this a couple of times in terms of trailer. I think this is an expansion because I think the game has been released.
Oh my God.
Yes, it's basically a physics-based,
beat 'em up.
Beat 'em up, basically.
How about superpowers?
Yeah, that's another thing that I didn't mention about the Monster Hunter crossover events. The feline Panico, in that one loves to use cat puns all the goddamn times. Unsurprisingly, Shiroi, your cast has won.
Ah.
Party animals.
Yeah, they just remove the body. Corp.
We know you may have heard the stories about the fine people here at M-Corp, so we wanted to take this time
Is
to
this
share
left in the lobby office?
any of these completely
I think
unfounded
so.
rumors and allegations, and reassure you that things here at M-Corp and the city of San Amsterdam have never been better. Things are going great here. We have absolutely nothing to hide from the citizens. Everybody here at M-Corp loves this town. We think this town rules. Why would we hurt a town that rules? I can't stop thinking about how you're saying we're selling
What
the
is
city
going
for
on?
scraps. That makes me sick. That
Grandma,
makes my whole
no!
family sick to their stomachs. My wife hasn't been on the toilet for weeks. because of what you're saying about what M-Corp's doing to this town, all those lies. Everyone in M-Corp is really good.
Stop crying, all right? This is business. Look around, pal. This is how businesses are run. Now, you should have known that when you were hired on, okay? Jack, tissues. Come on, pal.
Have I seen that guy before?
He looks like a white version of Keegan-Michael Key.
That's a father and son. That's
Right. Right.
Uh-huh.
And we are not going anywhere. We'll be here a long time.
Okay. The leader in creative accounting.
Good for them.
What the hell? Is this an RG something? Like, do I need to find out on the website?
I have
welcome back to
no idea what that was. I guess the idea...
At Skate from EA.
Oh, Skate. For those who don't know, I haven't watched... Oh, it's this one. Okay. Context. If you haven't seen Kadikaro's video about skating, Skate, without capital letters, is a franchise, the EA equivalent of the Tony Hawk games, just with its own particular spin. And it was kind of dead since the PS3 Xbox 360 days, but they basically hired an entire new team to do a free-to-play reboot.
So are M-Corp like the bad guys of this series?
Yes, it's an in-universe kind of thing.
It's a Rokaku group.
Mind you, it's worth mentioning that they don't, aside from a few specific occasions, like some of the Tony Hawk games, most of these games do not have a story mode. You're just a bunch of people skating around.
Yeah, I'm more familiar with the Tony Hawk series, not so much the Skate series, though I do know that the Skate series was a threat to the Tony Hawk series, so I'm wondering if the Skate series did have a story to it.
Console in the near future. Our next world premiere is an indie sensation from Japan that is adorable, deadly, and has over 25 million players worldwide.
I think it's
right,
Pal World, yeah.
Yep.
It is.
I mean, just look at the giant
Well,
Cheer up, buddy.
well, we finally made it. Pal World is officially hosted at a game show now.
A whole new island is coming.
You know that this is essentially the equivalent to Shadow the Hedgehog, since this is essentially Pokemon with guns.
Not really.
It's actually quite different.
Yeah. I actually bought Power World.
And are you enjoying it?
It was okay for the first few hours. But, yeah.
That's definitely what I've heard. Like, the novelty apparently can wear off after a point in time.
It's that the gameplay is so different. It's not what I like about Pokemon. It's not even close.
There's a lot of crafting involved that you have to waste a lot of time, like in this case.
This is basically...
Then there's the all, weird kind of worms about both plagiarism and potential use of AI.
Like, look, okay.
The game itself is like a survival game. It's actually more similar to Digimon than to Pokemon.
Okay, I will say this. I am surprised Nintendo have not legit mounted a case because, okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not to say that Nintendo cornered the market on this step, but nah, some of these designs legit do be like, rifting from Pokemon.
It's a bit finicky. I don't think they can actually...
I think it squares off into the, fair use kind of
Yeah.
deal.
They look similar, but they're not exactly the same thing.
It just feels surreal to have Power World gotten to this point now where it's officially a main showcase at an actual game show.
And Anar Gilfison from the Valorant dev team.
I only know one streamer who ended up sticking with it for a considerable amount of time before eventually giving up. Everybody else kind of just dropped it pretty quickly.
True, yeah, that's a good question actually. Is Power World... Okay, I know that Power World did bring in the numbers, but is Power World still like, the bee's knees amongst the crowd? Because I don't hear it talked about as much these days.
A lot of people have migrated mostly to stuff like Little Company and Helldivers too.
Yeah, because technically the game is so early in development. Like, it's missing so much content still.
Is it early access, or is it...
I think it is. I think it's early access.
Okay.
So the big thing with Lethal Company, I've heard, is like essentially it's a sort of horror-based game where you're playing as underpaid workers trying to do stuff with the supernatural, I guess.
Gather resources from different planets while trying to survive.
Okay.
While looking like you work for Grisco.
Basically, okay, I don't know how much you played that, Jova, but it's kind of like Deep Rock Galactic, but you're stripped of offensive measures unless you really, really look into it.
The thing I'm most familiar with is the quota meme.
Whatever you gotta say about Riot Games, their visual style is very nice. I like the art for sure.
It definitely looks nice visually.
Well, from what I heard, bro, Valorant did have a problem recently about, you know, I don't think it was about bots, but something similar to that. Like allowing hackers to evade Reign Supreme or something.
I try to play Valorant, but it's too much like CS for me.
Coming to console.
I am intrigued about their fighting game, though.
That was Valorant's core tactical gameplay. Everything you just saw was captured on console and with a controller. Valorant is coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S this year. Our limited beta starts June 14th, and you can sign up right now at beta.playvalorant.com.
We are so excited for your input to make sure that Valorant plays great on console. And we hope to see you soon in the limited beta. But before we go, here's the head of Valorant Studio, Anna Donlin.
Thanks, guys. Hey, everyone. One of my favorite things about Valorant has been seeing the community build the game and the sport right along with us. For the last 4 years, we have been on the most amazing journey, bringing Valorant to players all around the world, most recently to China, where I'm currently at Valorant Masters, one of our largest global tournaments and community celebrations. Seeing the community evolve as new players bring their passion and expression to Valorant has been the biggest joy of the ride so far. And now we are ready and so excited to welcome a whole new group of players onto new platforms. We hope you'll join us, and we can't wait to see where you take us next.
Anyway,
her
more. I think they're talking about the streaming section of Valorant, since they mentioned that they had esports and you know, showcase the game to countries like China.
Yeah, I definitely recognize this game from like the esports categories of the Game Awards.
Well, it has been present for a while, Valorant there technically. So yeah.
Like I said, it looks neat and nice.
What is this music?
High energy electric music.
It's not too bad.
I don't know, it's a bit unfitting. I hope also it's not copyrighted.
I think
it's gonna be fun to notice in post.
I think it's fine enough for the streaming, you know, for the esports theme.
Exciting to have Riot on console with Valorant. Thanks to the team at Riot for sharing that with us here at SGF. Our next announcement is a big deal from our friends at DoorDash. 5 weeks of deals with
There you go, that's closest an ad we get, but sure, I can live with it.
Oh, you didn't notice the Discover card bit? Like, he kind of already did that little small wink of advertising.
Yeah, who is also an amazing voice actor, who's been in countless games such as Like a Dragon and God of War Ragnarok. Well, next week, Young is going to be voicing a character in a movie, Inside Out 2, where he plays a fictional video game character.
Oh great, it's time for the section of this has nothing to do with video games.
Well, technically he's playing a video game character in the movie.
Yeah, but the movie has nothing to do, again, just has video game in it, but this is just advertising for a Disney movie.
Yeah, it's a very stretch of a tangent, I will give you
It's
that.
kind of like how the other year, the summer at the Game Awards, they presented the Guillermo del Toro movie, just because he was working on Death Stranding.
Banished here, deemed unfit, worthless.
Don't you dare say that! You do not deserve to be thrown away!
1 second, Lance. Don't you remember his power move?
I'm coming for you, Riley! Oh, yeah? What's this? Come on! No one is totally worthless.
But I am a warrior cursed with a feeble attack.
Then you must make your curse your gift.
Shield yourself, my friends, for I shall set you all free!
The #1 gaming monitor brand in the US,
Oh, there's an ad.
Samsung, just released new 2024 monitors for gaming, work, and entertainment. Scan the QR code now to get up to $300 Samsung credit when you purchase through June 17th, plus a chance to win $5,000 Samsung
I love how we're now in the day and age where you can literally just access what's advertised.
What the fuck?
Oh, Ken Jeong?
Cooped up watching video game announcements. And yes,
Okay, then.
Chicken does look a lot like Ken Jeong. And today, Chicken is excited to share a new game that Chicken and Chicken's buddies are in called Squad Busters. You fight monsters, collect lots of shiny
What the
things,
hell?
and Chicken has a big role. That's all that matters.
Occasionally I have to wonder what drugs went into the ideas.
Well, eggs, I guess, in this point.
Yeah.
What's going on? Who are you?
Why?
Look at your phone. I'm the Chicken.
We're here to make your life.
Oh, it's not Clash of Clans,
You
one a
mentioned
mobile
Squad
title.
Busters, I believe.
I did recognize one of the characters from one of those particular mobile games.
Clash of Kingdoms, I think is what it was called.
They all try to have similar titles for marketing, boosting.
He is a bridge.
He's one of the most equitable people I've ever met.
Great emotionally.
Also, I pillaged a few villages.
Is that Chris Hemsworth?
Yes.
Which is why you'll have the job.
Congratulations.
What's the parking like?
There's more where that came from.
Oh, I hope not.
Guys, maybe everything isn't a squad activity.
Just
This is
relax
weird.
Your bowels, your mind.
I think I'm too sober for this.
Look at these clowns.
You call this a squad?
Yeah, because PvP.
Interesting song choice.
Yes.
Jinx. No, you Jinx. You supposed to be a lumberjack?
I'm here to appeal to a younger audience.
Your audience.
Cute.
Go chop some trees, would you? I'd be delighted.
I think our job here is done.
Where are you going? You can't leave.
We ain't never leaving you. Goodbye.
Here.
This plays like the abridged plot of a 90s movie about, someone still living with his childhood friends or something.
Now don't you see? It's Captain N.
No.
Grown up.
More like Captain No.
Were you a fan of Captain N?
I did watch a couple of episodes on TV and it was okay, but not that much. Thankfully, they skipped a lot of the cartoons.
All right, please join me in welcoming to the SGF stage Monster Hunter series producer.
All right, time for Monster Hunter Wilds.
I'm definitely looking forward to more of Capcom not announcing a new Ace Attorney game.
My timeline is full of people ready to post the miracle never happened. After this is over.
We just got a trailer for this at the State of Play. Like,
Thank you, Jeff. Hello, everyone.
Well, I guess if I've learned one thing from these shows, it's that companies want as much exposure as possible these days, I
true,
guess.
but again, it's something that did happen in the past, but I thought, you know, people had managed to get the message across, but it was a bit redundant. Especially with, again, it seems to have worked with Ubisoft, because they only mentioned that the gameplay for the Star Wars stuff is going to be shown at the Ubisoft presentation, and did not show it here.
I guess when it comes to stuff like, you know, Wilds, essentially. From what I know, Capcom definitely have a lot riding on this game, so I guess they want to...
I mean, like you said, it's their biggest cash cow franchise right now.
So I guess, to be fair, they want to cover all areas, like, you know, just in case somebody hasn't seen the...
I don't know if you... Sorry, go on.
I guess, to be fair, while we did watch the PlayStation State of Play showcase or whatever thing, there's probably a good amount of people who probably didn't see that, so I can see them wanting to show the game
usually
here.
when that happens, it's usually the news gets released separately, standing on its own, you know, and, you know, people who generally care about this will find it out no matter what.
I guess, you know, and I guess from my perspective, they probably just wanted to get as much exposure as possible in this regard, and, you know, this is probably something more people might watch in the State of Play, so in that case, I can get the logic.
And our first public hands-on playable demo of Monster Hunter Wilds will also debut at Gamescom. Thank you.
Nice.
Alright then. Time to see a bit more, I guess.
Capcom presents.
Over there!
Why are you here?
You can't do this alone!
We need to shake them off! Follow me! Yeah! Here it comes!
There's too many of them!
Okay, that's a good way to integrate the story with your gameplay.
Yeah, like I said, up until this point, well, again, the stories in Monster Hunter were more, you know, simplistic. Still present in some fashion, but not to the point of having a big presentation. World and Rise did add, you know, more cutscenes and everything, but here we're trying to do the whole thing about, you know, blending more seamlessly.
I can
Glad
get
to see how that pans out.
I can get the logic, especially with, you know, interest in single-player campaigns being on the rise. This way, Monster Hunter can tackle two birds with one stone.
Well, keep in mind, again, despite everything, Monster Hunter games could still be played single player from the beginning till the end.
No, I mean, like,
even in the older titles.
What I mean is like a dedicated story in single-player campaign, you know, like, well, as in, you know, something with story player content.
Like I said, that was still a thing. It's just that was, you know, technically lacking a bit in terms of major cutscene. You did get dialogue though.
Yes, you got dialogue, but not like a full-fledged out story like this. My point is like, well, I'm guessing that the bigger emphasis on story here is for them to be able to show, hey look, we totally have our own fully fleshed out single-player campaign for those looking for it, while they still will of course have the classic gameplay that, you know, Monster Hunter fans are there for anyway. But this seems to do things without, you know, potentially alienating Monster Hunter fans as well, so that's good.
We'll see you at Gamescom in August. Now, during last year's PlayStation Showcase, the game Phantom Blade Zero...
Yeah, there you go. This is one that I think it's mostly handled by a Chinese division.
Well, I'm honored to share with you the brand new trailer for the game, featuring all real gameplay. Here's our final game of the show, Phantom Blade.
Oh, this is the last game of the show.
Jeff did mention that they were not going the one more thing bit.
Which, you know, to be fair, best to hedge, you know, best to hedge expectations in that. And, you know...
And again, considering the pacing that has been going on, yeah, sure.
And I'll give it this, I'm definitely not interested in everything that was shown, but I at least do feel that the pacing for the most part was fine.
Don't go up there. Turn back before it's too late.
Yeah, it seems to have a stance, a system a bit similar to Sekiro, but it doesn't seem to match the HUD. Maybe something attached to something different. Yeah, okay, no, I noticed now. The yellow bar at, under the L bar, yeah, it's kind of similar to the clash system of Sekiro. Yeah, it's just that it doesn't happen all the time. Also on this, but it's a bit desaturated, which is kind of unique for a game of this angle. Anyway, hands-on experience, there you go. Alright, I guess that's kind of it. Oh, closing
that looks
speech.
So good. Full demo that media will be playing this weekend, so you'll hear much more about that. And that's going to do it for our Summer Game Fest live show. Thanks to Joy for joining us.
Thank you, Jeff.
Mhm.
I had such an amazing time. Happy Summer Game Fest, everyone.
Thanks, Joy. And we have so much more, so stay tuned because Day of the Devs is coming up live right now on the stream, featuring an hour of indie game reveals, including the next game from Cappy, and that's followed by Devolver Direct. Now keep checking SummerGameFest.com for other event streams this weekend, and we'll see you again live this August 20th in Germany for Gamescom Opening Night Live. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Guess we'll see you then for that, Jeff.
Right now.
Again, if you have something interesting to show. Also, I was checking in the meantime. Apparently, in some of the one screenshot for Sonic X Shadow Generation shows. I don't know if it was in the original, but it has a pinball in it.
The pinball was DLC from the original. However, one change I did notice, though, is that there seemed to be more of an emphasis on the Chow, and apparently a new update has shown that there will be Chow rescue missions. Interestingly
Also,
enough.
the fact that even some of the original, vanilla games, the cutscenes have been revamped to include them.
Yes.
So, there's that.
There was some stuff teased, so.
Alright, final thoughts, I suppose. Marco?
It was okay. Like, I don't really know if there was any trailer that kind of hyped me. Like, sure, I guess I'm looking forward to see the Sonic game, but besides that, I don't know if anything else kind of spoke to me. Let's say it like this. Yeah. Sorry, I don't have much more to say, but I really don't have anything that kind of sparked my attention.
It's fine.
Alright, Shiroi?
Yep, it was fine. Well paced, I guess. There were a couple of things in there, like the one from, I'm not sure if it was from the same team as Chris, or at least the same artists, but yeah, that looks very pretty.
It was the same team, I believe. Yeah.
The same team. Okay, cool. Finally getting to see more of Sonic X Shadow Generations. Fantastic. It looks great. And yeah, a lot more extra stuff than I think a lot of people expected, so that's cool. The Among Us TV show looks cute. I don't mind that kind of thing being shown off because like they were quick about it, and also it is tied to a video game, so it's fine. And I think that's it, honestly, for this. It was decent, and that's it.
Alright, okay, so I think the highlight of the show for me was the surprise announcement of the Lego Horizon game, especially that is being on Switch as well. aside from that, there's not really a whole lot here. I mean, it wasn't a bad show by any means. It's just a lot of these games weren't really all that interesting. Especially not. I've never really picked up Monster Hunter with it. I'm not sure it's really something I can get into. I might give it a try one day.
The more recent games have become more accessible for newcomers, so they should be ideally more tailored to you.
Sure. Yeah, that's about it. It's fine, but it's. I mean, they've been worse. I'll say that much.
All right,
then.
Yeah, it was fine, I guess. Like for me, the highlights were the new Power Rangers by Digital Eclipse and Sonic X Shadow. So yeah, aside from that, a lot of stuff that's looks like it's perfectly fine, but it doesn't seem like it's my cup of tea. So that's basically it. I mean, like Jova said, he did keep it still kind of a good pace. It didn't feel like it was dragging, so I guess that's cool. And there wasn't really that much in terms of ads or any kind of cringy detours or distractions. So I guess again, it's perfectly serviceable and it executed itself perfectly fine. No real major issues. So yeah, it was fine.
Jova.
It seemed like a fine enough show. Again, a lot of stuff probably didn't interest me, but I didn't feel bored ever too much, I think, Obviously, Sonic X Shadow Generations was the standout for me, although props just go to that moment where the crowd literally went, ugh, when they found out that the Arkham game was going to be MetaQuest VR. Like, I think it really does show, yes, I'm not going to act like there are no fans of VR whatsoever, but VR really does feel like that annoying aunt or uncle who, whenever they show up, you're like, you tolerate them, but you just get the feeling they're here to ruin the day, essentially. Especially when they pop up in announcements like these.
It's also weird, well, because, the game has been in development. It was declared from day one to be VR, so, they did not know about it.
Oh, boy. No, that was weird. The LEGO Horizons game looks interesting. I am shocked that apparently Sony is willing to play nice enough to literally give Nintendo one of their main franchises on Switch. I mean, yeah, I get it. I mean, I'm not even talking about the graphical stuff. I mean, holy cow, are the companies playing nice? Like, okay, Microsoft playing nice with Nintendo, that was already a somewhat frequent thing, but to see Sony stepping out of their comfort zone like this is, wow. How the times have changed. The Valorant game looks neat, I guess. The Greek game involving the girl and the wolf, the indie one, that one looks nice too. Phantom Blade Zero looks interesting too. Yeah, overall it was a good show. It's just a lot of the stuff probably just did not personally resonate with me. It's a fine show. I wouldn't even call it incredible, but it felt like something that was good and sustainable, honestly. Alright. Tio, you next.
Sure. Well, to conclude. No, it was okay. There's a bit too much to actually recap everything, but overall I was pleasantly surprised. Mostly, again, the Lego Horizon game was something we knew was coming. I did not know that it was getting also to Switch. Feels very specific because, okay, PC is something that Sony has mentioned that they're supporting anyway, but again, Switch kind of comes a bit out of nowhere and no Xbox instead, so I wonder why the specifics went there. We knew that Civilization 7 was coming because of the leaks. Interesting, the SNK push towards, the Street Fighter DLC pack and, the new Fatal Fury that you knew was coming. Slitterhead was a decent reveal, but the frame rate kind of looked a bit choppy, so I wasn't 100% convinced. The new game that it's done by the guy that did the Stanley Parable, looks interesting to give it a look, Space Marine 2 was something I was really looking for example. Sonic X Shadow, stuff we already technically knew and new stuff that was slightly leaked. But needless to say, to check out. Again, the only sad part is that we're gonna have to be stuck with Kirk Fortune Shadow, which I think has been basically the weakest in terms of voice acting. But again, it's nothing technically on the person, because we have heard in different contexts. It's just I always thought it was miscast, as Shadow.
I want to give him credit that up until Forces, he did not get the best direction to work with. And from what I recall in Forces, he actually sounded good there.
Let me put it this way, Joe, but the Canadian guy that they got for the Supersonic Prime sounded much better for a modern Shadow.
Have we heard Shadow after that? After Forces?
Yes. Yes. Well, okay. In Prime, but different voice actor.
For the Twitter takeovers, question and answers. It's always been Kirk Corrin. We know that it's for this game because remember that an event has him showing up about this game.
I will say I am mostly optimistic, seeing as how going off of how the voice direction has taken a shift with Frontiers in-game stuff. I believe Kirk Fortune is capable of delivering a good performance, and, we know Ian Flynn's on board for some stuff, so I'm willing to give him a chance now, especially given how we're in an era where the Sonic series takes itself more seriously again. Again, I'm speaking as someone who even liked, some of the more upbeat stuff here, but, like I said, Frontiers feels like a return to, adventure-era levels of seriousness.
One thing that I'm seeing here about Sonic X Shadow, now that it's up for pre-order, the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 versions have exclusive deleted scenes and prologue animation content.
Yeah, I was wondering, is that specifically exclusive to that, or is that just something that showed up on the PlayStation side?
No, it says right here on the PlayStation blog entry for the game, that it's that this particular bonus is exclusive to the PS4 and PS5 versions. Okay.
These are not K-pop albums. Stop with the version exclusives.
And apparently you have to pre-order the digital deluxe edition to get an extra level and skin for the Shadow campaign.
Wait, hold on.
Boo! Really?
Wait, hold on. So let me get this straight. So, PlayStation version gets an exclusive level, and then there's another exclusive level.
No. The PlayStation versions get deleted content from generations. That's it. All the versions have this thing where you have to pre-order, you have to get the digital deluxe edition to get an extra level for Shadow's campaign. It seems.
Do you have to pre-order?
People on SSMB are already discussing this right now.
Yeah, I'll probably check into that.
So yeah, if you want to get all the content, pay extra $10.
Ugh.
Sega's starting to get overconfident with the success of Sonic, and they're starting to delve into questionable practices.
Usually these things get to be released as separate DLC afterward anyway. So
it's usually after they realize it's a bad idea.
Whatever that extra level is, it should be in the base game. Period. It doesn't really matter if you can buy it later. It's just it should be in the base game, in my opinion.
My point is that the game is probably gonna be perfectly fine in spite of that. And again, he has a better voice actor for my country's language. So I'll check those versions of the games when it comes out. So there is that. The latter section is the one where probably the momentum kind of halted a bit, but not to the point of really stopping. It's just that I wasn't particularly caring about stuff like Valorant.
Yeah, the later stuff wasn't really full with new games, right? It was more.
It's more like, for example, the reveal of the PS5 version of Valorant, but stuff like, for example, Phantom Blade Zero have been floating around, and these are more, consolidating type of trailers, which, again, I cared about that. So having that as the final step was actually, not that bad as a concept. And yeah, Geoff also managed to try to keep the ads in his pants, so there's also that. Okay, and one thing we didn't mention: the trailer for the DLC of Alan Wake 2 didn't looked interesting enough. I don't think the trailer for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero introduced that many new characters, but you know, that's usually, again, with the marketing what we know, we are not even technically halfway through that kind of the game's roster, and the game seems to be, if I recall correctly, released. It's releasing also on October 11 this year. A lot of games are being released specific in October 11. Mind you, October being the a month where a lot of games get released is common, but it seems that a couple specifically are choosing October 11. Okay, weird. So we're probably gonna get a barrage of different other trailers over the summer, and possibly a Tokyo Game Show showcasing what the rest of the roster looks like. So again, there's that too. So yeah, at the end of the day, it was perfectly fine. I'm gonna, unbalance and say it was better than the one of last year, and possibly a bit better than the Game Awards, of December. So there is that. So tuning for whatever part of the summer Game Fest celebration we're gonna do next. Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.